Hi guys, it's Tuesday. I think this is live. I'm just gonna keep moving like this until it shows up like it's actually going through. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. There it is. Okay, now I have the live in the little seconds. All right, we're good. All right, so it's Tuesday, so I'm coming at you live like I always do. Today I want to talk, it's kind of meta, I guess I'm doing a Facebook Live about Facebook Lives. So last week I had a discovery call with someone who she's an accountant, very skilled, experienced accountant, and as she and I were talking about like social media posting and strategy, how I could help her with that or her website. Facebook Lives came up, and she got kind of like hesitant, and she's like, they scare her, they intimidate her. She's like, maybe you can help me with that, like writing it. She's like, I feel like I need hand holding, like it's a difficult one for me. So, and I've written Facebook scripts in the past. I said I'd be happy to help her with that, but because of that comment, that reminded me that this is something that it's hard for some entrepreneurs. I hear all the time about bookkeepers who have difficulty not just with lives, but just putting selfies online. They feel self-conscious. They don't know what to put up. They overthink it because they're just so smart and have all these details, but then they overthink all of these things. So the bottom line is Facebook Lives are helpful for your business marketing strategy if you're marketing on social media. A lot of people are scared of them, especially like bookkeepers, more shy people who like being, behind the scenes, and they don't want to do them, but they're useful. So I want to talk about why it matters so much to do them. It helps to understand what the benefits are, better than just saying, you should do them. Let's talk about why you should do them. Also, I used to be this way. I 100% have been in your shoes, and I get it. So this is coming from someone who used to be scared of them, used to avoid it, but I asked for help, got in a groove, and it's been very good for my business. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convince you with some statistics. All right, I'm going to wow you. I don't know. All right, so Facebook Lives can be uncomfortable and scary. So are they worth doing? It's a cost benefit analysis. So can I just stick to posting text or someone else's stuff instead? You can, but here's why Facebook Live videos are so much more impactful. So photos are good. I know that if you've just posted like your first selfie or two, you feel very brave. That's great. That does matter. It has an impact. Here's the thing: live videos have a 148% higher organic reach than photos. Okay, live videos just reach more people. Also, maybe you think like, well, maybe I can just record a video and then clean it up and post it later. I can share someone else's video. You can, but here's the thing. Facebook Live videos, even if you're replaying them, Facebook Live videos are watched 3 times longer than regular videos. So a regular video, edited video, you may watch for 1 minute, whereas a Facebook Live video, you may watch for 3 minutes. So you see where I'm going here? People like Facebook Live videos. Also, here's a very practical thing too. This comes from a study back in 2007. However, I do think it's still relevant for today. I'm just going to read you this stat off of my notes. So in 2007, Online Publishers Association found that 80% of viewers recall a video ad or like a video tutorial or something like this. 80% of people who watched a video ad in the past 30 days can recall it. So it really is good for people remembering you. 26% of the people who saw the ad will then look for more info about what you're selling. 22% will visit the site, and then at the end of the day, 12% will make a purchase. So I'm not sure how that will narrow down for you, but I think that's an important thing to remember is like, if you want people to remember you, to keep you top of mind, to connect with you, videos are really make a difference. You stick in their minds, right? I'm sure when I did my video with pigtails last week, I'm sure that probably stuck in people's minds. Anyways, so here's something else that, so once again, well, maybe I can just record the video and clean it up later, right? That way you get over like, you're like, well, I'm not ready, I don't have the right equipment, whatever. Here's the thing, Facebook Live videos drive more engagement. So if you want comments, if you want interaction, live is better. You're going to get, some studies say 10 times more comments on Facebook Live because of the real-time connection between users. So live matters, even though it feels like weird and raw and messy. Once again, don't try to hide behind text. That does help. You want to have as much variety and coverage as you can, but it doesn't replace this. Facebook Live is a cheap, easy way to connect with people effectively. So for example, 80% of consumers would rather watch a live video from a brand than read a blog, right? They like seeing faces. They like getting to know you this way. And also, honestly, it's, sorry, like there's like construction going on around me. And honestly, I spend less time putting together an outline for a live than crafting a blog, quite honestly. So it's honestly a time saver in my mind as well. I don't know how you would feel about that. And then also, here's just more stuff about Facebook videos or videos in general. So HubSpot is a really good place for like marketing statistics and information on why this actually matters. This isn't guessing, this is research. So 95% of people have watched an explainer video to learn more about a product or a service. People want to watch videos of the companies they want to buy from, especially if it's like an investment. And then 81% of people have been convinced to buy a product or service by watching a video from the brand. So once again, do you see the trend here? It's like not only are videos, period, helpful, live videos are like a step above. This is how you get remembered. This is how you convert people to sales and to following up with you. Video matters. And also, Facebook likes it. Facebook bumps it up. Facebook likes when you're live on the page, and it favors it, especially if you do it frequently. That's why I'm on here every Tuesday. I also love you guys, but it also is a benefit for my business, right? So hopefully you agree with me that Facebook Live is very helpful from a statistical standpoint. Now, I know that that doesn't change the reasons why you're scared, why you're uncomfortable, why you don't want to do it, why you want to find something else to replace it with. So I want to walk you through that too. So I put a link in the description for this video. I did a video a few weeks ago talking about like, you know, FOP, fear of posting. And I go more into like the psychology and the fear of posting in general. So you can look that up if that's more helpful for you. But specifically when it comes to Facebook Lives, here's a few objections that I know I had and that you probably have. So what are you scared of? Maybe you're saying something like, or what's your excuse? So maybe you're saying, well, I don't have the right equipment to be professional. I don't have a ring light. I don't have a phone stand. My background is messy. Well, guess what? This medium is perfect for that. People like live videos because it's more raw and personal, even on businesses. I hired a business coach because I watched her Facebook Lives, and it didn't matter to me that her videos were kind of dark and her toddler boys were in her lap for most of the videos. I got to know her better, her values better, and I could tell that she knew what she was talking about. That's what I cared about. And that's how it'll be with you and the clients that you connect with. When it comes to my videos, I don't have a ring light. I obviously don't have like a studio setting. I just pick times when I have natural light during the day, and then I just apologize for the barking dogs, the motor scooters that come up and down the alley, and loud neighbors or construction, depending on the day. That's okay. Facebook Live is meant to be raw. It's meant to be personal. So don't feel like you have to be uber polished. Once again, like I'm speaking to other professionals, other bookkeepers, and you're still showing up and watching me, even in my pigtails and my jean shorts and the scooters in the alley. So don't let the idea that I don't have the perfect setting or ring light, just get rid of that whole perfection mentality. This is one that I hear, like, this is something that reminds me of my grandmother. I hate being in front of the camera. I don't like the way I look. I know a lot of bookkeepers and accountants have a hard time, you know, like posting just even selfies, let alone a Facebook Live. So for example, my grandmother, I've seen pictures of her when she was younger. She was like size 4, I'm not, blue-eyed, black-haired, like movie star good looks. And she hated being in front of the camera. I never understood it because she was beautiful. here's the thing. This whole Facebook Live thing, especially for your business, it's not a beauty contest. As long as you're, basically put together, it's fine. I mean, there are days I've showed up without makeup, unshowered, like I said, in pigtails once, jean shorts, but because I'm personable and I'm helpful, that's what matters. So don't worry about looking perfect. Just show up. And also, being honest goes a long way. You know what? People love to cheer for an underdog. So if you feel awkward about it, just be bashful, admit that you're uncomfortable. It's one of your first times doing this, but it's more important for you to help them than it is for you to get stuck in being uncomfortable. So for example, I did that in my first few lives, and I got so many good comments, such kind support, and it helped me keep going. So don't be afraid to be honest that you're getting started with this. People want to support you, I promise you. So here's another one that's important I want you to keep in mind. Here's another excuse that I know I had as a writer. I've heard it from other writer people. It's like, well, I'm a writer. I'm not a marketer. And bookkeepers who feel comfortable with social media and stuff. It's just like, I want to be behind the scenes in financial software. I don't want to be out here doing this. I'm a bookkeeper, not a video marketer. Okay, fine. But if you're running your small firm, if you're running as a solopreneur, unfortunately, you are your marketer. If you're not going to do your marketing, who is? Unless you hire someone. If you can, great. If not, guess what? It falls on you to do the marketing and to have the sales conversations. This is a quote that I came across before and that I really like because I feel like it brings it home. This is from once again, if you have questions about any of the stats or links that I talk about, drop me a message or a comment. I'll be happy to show you wherever I found this information. So here's the quote. Hopefully the drill will stop long enough for you to hear me. Okay, accept that it is important and valuable to promote yourself on social media. We're past a point in time where your work will just speak for itself. You need to speak for your work. You need to speak for your work and help your audience understand why they should care. That's why I'm here. That's why you should be on here too. You are your own marketer. So another example I have is I'm in this 30-day sales boot camp. I don't know if you guys work with Ryan Dowdy. I love her, she's great. And she made this really good point. She says, you, as an entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, you are a commissioned salesperson. That's part of your duty now. And so even though this stuff feels uncomfortable, if you want to succeed, have those relationships, get that work done, it's a part of your job right now. And Facebook Live, again, it's affordable, it's not that hard. I know it's uncomfortable, but it is effective. Another one I hear a lot as far as an excuse is, I'm afraid I'll sound stupid and people will be mean to me and it'll turn me into a meme and then I'll be viral and look retarded. The odds of that happening are really, really, really tiny. Social media content ages fast. That's why we're always posting things on a daily basis. Bigger companies, more than multiple times a day. Social media content ages fast. The odds of everyone you know seeing everything you do is about this big, okay? So if that makes you feel better from the standpoint of, I'm afraid what people will see, but at the end of the day, me showing up on here, you showing up on your page, you do have to take on a little bit of risk. It does take some courage. And imposter syndrome is a doozy, and I know because that's something that I deal with. Every time I come on here, it's like, why do they want to hear from me? Well, I keep showing up and you keep showing up, so great. But I get it. It does take some courage to get in front of the camera like this, to talk like this, to say, I have something important enough to get in front of the camera. So the important thing is, at the end of the day, are you answering a question or solving a problem through your Facebook Live? And if you are, great. That's what you came here to do, not to look perfect, not to have studio lighting, not to trip over your words like I am right now. The drilling's making me laugh, whatever. But case in point, at the end of the day, am I answering a question or solving a problem? Then great. I succeed. That's wonderful. All right. So those are the reasons why lives matter. Those are the ways to get past the excuses. And then I also just want to go into real quick what to talk about and how to structure it. Something I run across a lot is because bookkeepers are so beautifully detail oriented and so smart, their biggest issue is usually overthinking it. Well, it has to be like this and it has to be like that and I have to have these details. You really can just bring it down and make it really simple. Do you guys remember like the essays you did in high school? Essay format works beautifully. Just keep it simple. Once again, what's the goal? Answer a question, solve a problem. That's it. Just keep it simple. Sorry. Okay, so you heard me talk about like the 3 different kinds of posts in general to do: sales posts, value posts, and engagement posts. Now it's fine to do like some engagement posts from time to time because it's fun. It gives people a look into your life. Value posts are what I focus on. Like on Tuesdays, like today, I do value posts. I want to help you guys solve a problem. So anything that I've told you in the past that I've written about value posts, just take that and put it here into this video. What do your clients struggle with? What questions are they, asking you lately? For example, this video came from something that a potential client asked me, and I was like, oh, well, this could be helpful. What questions do your clients ask you? What do they struggle with? What do they want to achieve? What's a win you can give them, like in the space of like a 15-minute video that you can walk them through? It really is that simple. Just find something helpful that you can give to your clients that's like in your wheelhouse, So what to talk about? Something of value. Solve a problem. How to prepare for it. Okay, as you can see me moving my eyes from side to side, I've got my notes here on a split screen. I have an outline. I write it beforehand, I reference it during the live. It helps. As long as I'm being helpful to you, that's what matters, right? Write an outline for your thoughts. It'll help lower your anxiety, it'll help you stay on track, and your side glances honestly make you look human. We're all just trying to get through life. We're all human and it's okay. So write an outline. Totally fine. Reference it during the live. That's fine. Also, I want you to write across it in big letters or type it out in big font that perfection isn't real. Okay? Authenticity is great for Facebook Lives. It's okay if you trip over your words or something funny happens or your kid comes in the frame, especially if you can just like laugh it off. People love authenticity. People love seeing what you really are. I had a live once where, okay, on this balcony, okay, see if it, right there, see that tree? There's this alley cat that likes to come around every day for milk. Her name is Cola. And one day I was in the middle of the live and she decided to jump over the balcony and come down here and start getting in my business. And I had to roll with it. But I got these great comments and a lot of engagement and it was hilarious. So honestly, don't be afraid of those imperfections and those interruptions. Just roll with it, laugh it off, and you'll be fine. So once again, perfection's not an option. Authenticity is what you want to do. Write an outline, and for the outline, like I said, we're keeping it simple like your high school essays. So I don't know if you remember, but here's like 3 things to break it down into. 1, your introduction. 2, 3 body paragraphs or 3 supporting points. 3, the conclusion. That's it. Just open up, explain who you're talking to, the problem you're solving, why it matters. Go into the details of how to solve the problem, and then wrap it up and tell them how to contact you or ask for more help. That's it. Once again, you're answering a question, you're solving a problem, you're winning the day. And if you need visuals, there isn't really a good way to like do any screen sharing. There have been a couple times where like when I was talking more about like content calendars, like doing like weekly themes, monthly themes, stuff like that, where I like wrote out visuals on pieces of paper. I was able to hold them up in front of the camera. Also, my Hebrew teacher, she actually has a whiteboard behind her and is able to write out the words in the whiteboard, and that works well enough. But for the most part, you probably won't need visuals like that. And then if you want to, of course, once you have your outline written out, do a trial run if you need to get more comfortable talking through it. Set it up and record it on your phone if you have to. it just kind of helps you get past the ums and the ers. I had to do that in the beginning a couple of times, but once you get the flow of it, excuse me, it gets better and you won't have to do that. Okay, so what do we talk about? Something valuable. How do we prepare for it? Write an outline, no perfection, and keep it like a high school essay. Now, and then just going more into detail about how we talk through the outline. So in the introduction, again, what's the problem we're solving? Who has this problem? How many steps or items are we going to cover? Give them a clear outline of what to expect. After the introduction, something else you can do is you can also do like, you can do the introduction and say, but first, and then that can be a really good place to put like a teaser, to promo a new product, just really quick. You have their attention, they're waiting for the next point. If you leave your promo to the end of the video, it can get lost while people logging off, like, okay, she said her points, I'm done. If you put it right there in that like sweet spot between the intro and the body points, people are more likely to read it. All right, so quick introduction, a little bit of promo. If you have something to promote, you don't have to. And then 3 supporting points or helpful tips or steps to solve the problem. Doesn't have to be 3, but 3 is a really good number for, Goldilocks and the 3 bears, the Holy Trinity. We like 3. It also works well like in the time constraints we have. So for example, here's 3 tips on easily adding automation to your business bookkeeping. And then you go through the 3 tips. My 5 favorite bookkeeping apps and how they can help you too, and you go through each one and the benefits that they've given in your business and for your clients. How to read a profit and loss report. I know a lot of you guys who are bookkeepers have clients who they get confused by them even though it's really clear to you. They're like, I don't understand what this means or how to read it. The visual I know will be difficult on that one. So if you guys do end up doing something like that, I'm curious to see how you communicate that. But I know it's a problem your clients have. Anyways, but you can go into how to read a profit and loss report, bring up a dummy one, and kind of go through a couple of like the major sections. This is what this means, this is what this means. Something else that you can do, as I think I've been doing in this video, I think I have, when you move to the next number, repeat the previous point, summarize it really quick, and then say number 2. So for example, like I said, I have been doing it. I first said what to talk about, how to prepare, and now we're talking about how to talk about it. So as you move on to the next step, say something like, so that was number 1, which was about X, and now we're moving on to number 2, this is about Y, and then you go into the details of Y. Once you go through your supporting points, once you finish your steps, say your summary. Go through again like the short version of what you just went through, and the benefits, and transformation is a good word for when it comes to this marketing stuff. People going from A to B, right? And then make sure you have a call to action at the end of your video, in the text accompanying your video. Tell them how to contact you, tell them next steps, tell them other ways you can help them, other things that they can check out. So that helps make it very clear for what the next thing for them to do is to help them solve their problem. Which reminds me, if you're watching this video, I came up with some ideas while I was putting together this outline. Would you like me to put together a checklist for lives? Would it be helpful if I came up with like a couple of generic live scripts that you can work from? And I also have a free Facebook group. If putting together a live is difficult for you, would you be helped by like, a mini challenge in that group? I want to help. Anyways, so that is why Facebook Lives matter, because people remember you and engage with you more, and Facebook favors lives more. So your excuses, while I understand them, aren't good enough to get past it. And then when you need an outline of how to talk about things, just go back to high school English and think about an essay. As long as you're solving a problem or answering a question, you're doing well. So I also have a couple of additional practical tips that are a little miscellaneous. They ended up at the bottom of the post. Try to post your video on your personal profile and share it back to your business page. And here's why. I have I don't even know anymore, over 1,000 friends on my Facebook profile, but only like 140 people following my business page. So I get 10 times more exposure for the live if I do it on my profile. So if you're wondering which way to go, think about it in those senses. And then I share it over to my business page every time. Another thing, and then there are also ways to repurpose the lives that you do. Good content can be repurposed, recycled, reused. It's great stuff. One thing you can do is you can easily build a YouTube channel. That's something I've actually done. There's a website called fbdown.net, and you can easily grab a Facebook Live and upload it to your YouTube channel. It's great. I'm starting to get more engagement on there, and it's just one more place for people to find me, interact with me, and also it's easier to find stuff on there than mixed up on my Facebook profile. And I make a comment on there where it's just like, you know, like this came from a Facebook Live. Hopefully the good content makes up for the informal quality. Blah, blah, blah. And then another way you could repurpose it is take your live and adapt it into a blog. An easy starting point for that, I know I've mentioned this app before. Otter is a helpful text or audio to text app. It does pretty good in the free version. So if you wanted to go that route, you could. That's helpful. And if you want more sophisticated help with that, I have helped people take things from, like, you know, their audio content and change them into written content for the blog or for their LinkedIn articles, things like that. Anyways, don't forget to set your video to public so people can find you and search for it and share it if they really wanted to. And then also don't be afraid to go a little long. As you can see, I usually yak for about, 15 to 25 minutes. I'm at the 26 mark here. 10 minutes is usually pretty good. It gives people time to show up. It gives people more time to engage with you. And there's like SEO stuff involved with that. I'm doing more research on that right now. So anyways, that is what I have for today. There's information in the text of this video talking about another video you can watch to help you get more into like the nitty-gritty and mental stuff of fear of posting. If you need help with writing your Facebook Lives or a little bit more hand-holding or consultations, reach out to me. I do that stuff. I love doing that stuff. And yeah, I have a free Facebook group, so if you're a bookkeeper and you need help with writing, I have another live going on tomorrow. I have one every Wednesday in there and try and give more specific help to you guys in that area. And I'm breaking my own rule by making all these announcements at the end. Oh well. And then I also have a social media content membership specifically for bookkeepers that I'm launching this week. So if you want more details on that, let me know. Hit the replay or the hashtag replay if you're watching this after the fact and have gotten this far. Probably not, that's okay. But anyways, I hope you have a lovely Tuesday. I hope this helped you solve a problem or answer a question. Whatever else you got, just let me know. I'd love to help, all right? I will talk to you guys later. Bye.